All right, so we're going to talk about photographing our artwork. So you've made something. It's gorgeous. Now what? Well, you definitely want to take a photograph of it, but there's a lot to know. So the first thing is natural light is the best. Having a surface to place your art on is great too. If you don't have natural light, grab some lamps. Even a flashlight will work. You might need someone to hold it for you in that case. But either way, whatever you decide, light. Then you need to decide what kind of device you want to use. A camera, your Chromebook, a tablet, or a phone. When we photograph art in school, I usually like to let you use the digital cameras. This year we might be using Chromebooks more, so we can get used to it. At home, it's whatever works for you. And we'll talk more about the specifics of everything as we kind of go along. So back to that lighting. You want to have your art on a flat, stable surface if possible, or you can hold it and your Chromebook either in your hand or on a surface as well. And we'll talk about the actual specifics in the next parts of this video. So, taking a picture with your Chromebook. Okay, so I actually don't have a Chromebook, but I want you to be able to see how you can take a picture and hopefully work with it to make it work for you for your online portfolios or if you want to submit work on the Google Classroom. So I found this video that's going to help, so let's take a look.
A number of teachers and students have asked how to use the Chromebook camera to take pictures of work they need to submit through Google Classroom. My teacher asked me to create a smiley face drawing and then to take a picture of that completed smiley face and add it to this assignment and then turn it in. I'm going to take you through the steps of creating that smiley face, taking a picture with a Chromebook, and then adding it to this assignment. The first thing I'm going to do is draw the smiley face. Now I know some of you are thinking that that's not really artwork, but because my first name is Art, it's really artwork.
So just so you know, our art's going to be a little bit more involved than a smiley face. But keep watching and keep listening, and just keep in mind that your art is going to be amazing.
The next thing I'm going to do is click the launcher in the lower left-hand corner of my screen, and it will show you apps that you've used recently, and you can expand that to all of the apps. The fastest way to find the camera app, though, is to just type in camera in the search bar, and it will bring up the camera app. The camera app is fairly straightforward and simple. Just a couple of settings to be concerned about. If your text comes out backwards in the picture, you can toggle the mirroring button. Just click it once and it should allow your text to display properly. The second thing is a timer. I recommend leaving the timer on. It will give you 3 seconds to align your picture before the picture is actually taken. If you want to change the amount of time that you have to get ready for the picture, you can do so in settings. At this point, you're ready to take a photo. Position your work in front of the camera and adjust it so that the picture looks good. Then tap or click the Take Photo button. You can do that as many times as you need to get the picture just right. Let's head back to the Google Classroom artwork assignment. At this point, I can click Add or Create, and I'm going to select File. The pictures are not in my Google Drive yet. I'm going to select File instead. From the Upload tab, I'll select files from my device. Should bring me to the My Files Downloads folder. It will be helpful to look at these images in thumbnail view, so click on Switch to Thumbnail View so that you can see a better view of the image. I can see 3 images that I captured. I'm going to choose the one that I think is the best image and click Open and Upload. I can double check this image by clicking on it once to see.
Just a quick note here, if you're not happy with your photograph, you can also edit it, which I will show you how to do. You can crop the image so that your hands are not in it, or if you put it on a table, which I had suggested, you can crop the table out of it. We can also brighten it up if it's not enough light. Art isn't really going over all of those other things with you, but I will, and we will show you how to make your pictures even more amazing. We will also be going over how to add them to a Google Slides presentation in case that's the option that you want to take. But let's just finish up here with just the standard image going into Google Classroom.
What my teacher will see when I submit this project. This picture looks good. I'm ready to turn in this assignment. And that's how you use your Chromebook camera to take a picture of an artifact that you're going to submit through Google Classroom.
So then we're going to talk about inserting it into our Google Slides or our digital portfolios. Hey guys, so I just wanted to tag on to that last video and talk a little bit about actually inserting your photos into your digital portfolios. So if you have a Google Slides open, you want to click on whatever slide you want to add your artwork to. And then you're going to go up to this option on the top that says Insert and Image. When I hover over Image, these options show up, and some of you will have your photos. If you're taking a picture, you can access your camera right here. But I'm actually going to use that picture from the video because I wanted to show you something. So his artwork smiley face, and there it is. Now, what I wanted to show you was a few things. First of all, if I am not clicked on my image, there is no blue border around here, which means my options up here are very limited. But if I click on the image itself, now I have this blue border. I can now stretch the corners to kind of resize my image. I want to do it from, I'm going to go back for a second. I want to do it from the corner because then it stretches both sides and it keeps my image proportionate. If I just pull an edge here, do you see how it stretches out my artwork and it doesn't look like his original drawing? It starts to get kind of weird. So again, if I stick with my original and I pull the corner, it will kind of stay proportionate. Now, I still have that option, that photo clicked, which means that my options up here are dealing with this photo specifically. Again, if I click off of it, they disappear when I click on it. So this tool right here, super important. It's the crop tool. If I click it, these little black and white options come up in the corner and these little tabs on the side. Now I can use these to get rid of some of the distractions in my background. Maybe. Oops. Sorry, I didn't pull the right thing there. There you go. And when I hit enter, the rest of it goes away, and I'm left with just the image, which is kind of helpful. Now, unfortunately, Art, the man who made that video, did not use my lighting suggestions. He didn't really have a well-lit picture. So that's why it kind of looks gray. What I can try to do is click on that image again and click on Format Options. And again, this doesn't work with all of the pictures, but you can try it. If I increase the brightness a little, and, oops, sorry, and kind of play with the, hold on, I'm going to reset that for a second. If I just increase the brightness, I think that's going to help most. You can always hit undo if you don't like it, and that will help kind of brighten up my image. It's not perfect, but I like it. Sometimes I like a border around my image. What I do to get that is just click this shape option and the rectangle, and I actually go right to the outside of my image and stretch a rectangle that's larger than it. And then I just want to change the color. Since his image was blue, I'm going to make it blue. And I want the border of that to be transparent. Now, because it's covering my artwork, all I have to do is hit Arrange and Send Backward. Now, when I click off of it, I have a nice little frame around my artwork. I could add a text box if I wanted, maybe over here, and pick the font that I like. I do actually like the one that's chosen. Maybe I'll make it a little bigger, and I could say Art Work Smiley Face 2020. Maybe I'll make it bold so it shows up a little better on that background, and a little bigger. But now I have my slide.